Welcome, everybody. Thanks for here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. And for Chicago, Jalen Smith is out there with Vucevic. Then there's Lonzo Ball. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Williams at the small forward. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lillard. RJ, this could be a battle won in the trenches. Each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
Now, here's Ball. After the miss from Damian Lillard, Vucevic to the pass to Ball. Back to Vucevic. Just 3 to shoot. The kick out to Ball. 3-pointers off the mark. Here's Milwaukee now. And the foul on Patrick Williams. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. Lopez, a screen on Giddey. Jackson from long range. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, Billy, Donovan and I got a chance to talk for a little bit, and we talked about the problems that Giannis poses. He said, look, there's no easy way to defend Giannis. We have to be physical with him, keep him out of the paint as much as possible. But he acknowledged that even having multiple bodies on Giannis sometimes just isn't enough. Guys?
Thank you, David.
A downright lethal 3-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
Giddey finds Ball. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. This is his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one for the ball.
Nemo is such an effective two-way player. Takes smart shots on offense and really hustles on defense.
Zach Collins checked in for the Bulls. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Jackson setting the pick here for Antetokounmpo. Jackson dishes to Antetokounmpo. Unable to get that one. And here are the Bulls now. Ball from long range. Drills it from outside. Ball's got 5 now.
He can pull up with the best of them. Ball solid with his jumper.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Ball. Lillard against Ball. Lillard, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
Giddey sets the pick for Ball. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 7.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open. Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You gladly take those.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Ball. And the basket by Lillard.
That first step of Lillard, deadly.
Chicago leading. Ball with it. Lillard picks him up. The drive by Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Now here's Jackson. No scoring in this one. Giannis kicks to Jackson. Clock at 6. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
Assisted by
one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
To the paint. Giddey against Lillard. Stolen by Jackson. Here's the break. Here's Prince. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
The assist.
And this game is tied up now.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Ball dishes to Collins. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
On offense, Ball is a catalyst. He knows how to move things around and give people quality shots.
Giannis kicks to Lillard. And the 3 ball is good. Lillard's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Giddey sets the pick for Ball. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And he wasted no time getting those points back. Great response from Ball.
Lopez, a screen on Ball. Lillard. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Lillard.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
It's been all about Lonzo Ball for the Bulls. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
On the court for the Bucks, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in at the small forward position. Hefty move. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. And that's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Lillard against Ball. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
When he puts it all together, Ball can put on quite a performance.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Ball. Lillard, the pass to Giannis. Stolen by Ball. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer, but he's completely reshaped his game over time, becoming a 3-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking in the paint, letting them know I'm there to back them up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report. Giddey, the pass to Williams. Vucevic setting the pick for Ball. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Vucevic missing. Bucks trail by 3. So they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Lillard scanning the floor. Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. Pass to Lopez. Lopez a screen. Jackson from long range. It's rebounded by Giddey. Chicago leading by 3. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg. But with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Ball, the pass to Williams. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Taurean Prince. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Good on the shot. Ball's got the lead back up to 6 now for Chicago.
Lots of quick moves inside by Ball to get into great position for the score.
Outside Jackson, going inside, misses from close range.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
4th team foul.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Jackson from long range. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Ball, no good. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Trailing by 5. Got us a screen on Ball. Lillard outside. Pass to Lopez. Prince outside. 4 on the shot clock. Lopez, a screen on Williams. Prince misses. The Bulls leading by 5. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Selfless player. Vucevic finding his man all alone.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And how about last season? Made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
Giannis sets a screen for Lillard. On the wing, Jackson. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
3 points.
Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. Ball up top. Guarded by Jackson. Ball dishes to Vucevic. Giddey with the screen on Jackson. Ball kicks to Vucevic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Bucks trail by 5. Three-pointer, Lillard. They get it back. It's deflected. It's stolen by Vucevic. Takes it inside. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. 30 seconds left in the first half. And Giddey gets it to go.
Josh Giddey.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 7. Down low, inside. Giannis drops it in.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
Giddey sets the pick for Ball. Inside. Here's Giddey. He can't hit that time. That'll do it for the first half. It's Chicago up 6. And now we'll send it over to David. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
27. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shots. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We're seeing a tremendous game from Lonzo Ball.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Buzelis out there with Terry. Then it's Jalen Smith. And it's Kobe White. And it's Dosunmu in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Portis, the pass to Trent. Portis sets the pick for Trent. Just 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Portis. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
And a wide-open look for Portis. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game.
With authority.
That is a monster finish.
Doesn't take much to get Buzelis up to the rim. He just pops off the floor and is right there.
Portis sets the pick for Trent. And Jalen Smith is going to pick up the foul.
Jalen Smith.
That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
90 seconds now into the second half. Porter outside. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
Good to see Porter Jr. knocking down the triple. Needs to keep taking and making those shots.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose, an MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Pass to Buzelis. White, wide open, he fires. And the 3 off target. Bucks trail by 5. Trent outside. Portis sets the pick for Trent. And it's Chicago with the rebound. White drives in. Smith outside. Terry the pass to Smith. And he comes up with the deuce. And now a 7-point Bulls lead.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. The breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Bucks trail by 9. 1:52 left in the third quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The first free throw is good.
Gary Trent Jr. taking 2 shots.
Trent hits them both. Here's White. And there's 1:45 left in the third. And the layup's good off the glass. White's got 6.
And love the commitment from White. Took the bump, went up strong, and rewarded with 2 points.
Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Yeah, well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency. Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Porter against White. Porter looking it over. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Porter. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. 5 points in the game.
Shooting while in rhythm. Porter Jr. has an impressive understanding for when to let that thing fly.
White against Porter. And White kicks to Smith. Pass to Dosunmu. Here's White. Rebounded by the Bucks. 19 seconds left to play in the third. Green left side. Portis against White. Porter a screen on White. Portis the pass to Porter. Back to Portis. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the and a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Setting the floor for the Bucks. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. 9-point game. Here's Lillard. No good off the back of the rim.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Williams passes the ball. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Bucks trail by 9. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Lopez kicks to Jackson. Giannis outside. Giannis says, get off me!
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Pass to Giddey. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. And he gets it to go. And the Bulls lead by 9.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Driving in. Machetes his way. Giannis.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
Giddey sets the pick for Ball. Giddey with the screen on Jackson. The drive-by Ball.
That kind of aggressiveness, that's what you want to see more from Ball.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Got us a screen on Ball. Here's Lillard. And the shot goes down.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Here's Giddey. No good from outside. Bucks trail by 7. Giannis with it. Now guarded by Ball. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
He knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
Chicago making a switch here. Collins is checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Portis is checked in. Chicago leading by 4. Here's Ball. Kicks it out to Collins.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Lillard against Ball. Down low. Here's Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists tonight.
Such a good facilitator. Ball has nice touch on that pass.
Antetokounmpo passes to Jackson. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Ball kicks to Collins. Ball feeling it out a bit. Pass to Giddey. Back to Ball. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
And Ball is not going to back down in these moments. In fact, he embraces being the man when it's a big possession.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And and a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Ball with it. Lillard picks him up. Money!
Getting it done when their backs are against the wall. What a gritty play there from Ball.
And the Bucks with possession here. Antetokounmpo inside. Vucevic on him. Jackson passes to Prince. Portis sets the pick for Prince. Outside Portis. Fires for three. Rebounded by Vucevic. And now Williams running the floor all by himself. Basket counts. Now it's a 7-point Bulls lead.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Back to Lillard, beyond the arc. And Vucevic pulls it down. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Giddey with it.
Milwaukee foul. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Second personal foul.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though, and he ends up making the second, and that stretches their lead to 8. Whoa! From way out there!
And it drops. Okay.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. A look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Maxey. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Andre Drummond. And it's George in at the 2. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
The 3 is up. Sinks it from distance.
With an efficient jump shot and limitless confidence, man. I tell you what, George is a threat from just about anywhere on the floor.
Now here's Ball. Collins right side. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Maxey against Ball. From deep three-point range. Here's Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
Well, that's about as high percentage of look as Drummond's going to get. Nice job inside.
Here's Ball. Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Collins with it. Picked up by Embiid. Pass to Giddey. Some solid defense from Drummond.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Personal foul. First team foul.
George for 3. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And the defense has to be more aware of Paul George. You got to know how fast his trigger is.
Here's Ball. Outside Giddey. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. It's rebounded by George. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players could learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Here's Giddey. To win the run. Joel Embiid with the board. And so it's Embiid who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Oh, and a dunk by Embiid.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
The Bulls trail by 11. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball.
Well, a risky pass there, and if you ask me, they're lucky that the defense didn't steal that one.
Here's Giddey. That's in there. Vucevic with the assist.
Yeah, I mean, they put so much focus on Vucevic, it leaves a wide open man.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Ball against Maxey. Embiid a screen on Ball. Maxey passes to Drummond. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
Second team foul. Shooting for Philadelphia.
And even with the coach's challenge in place,
Taking 2 shots. The play is under video review under NBA
video
rules.
review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
The Bulls trail by 9. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. I talked to him about Joel Embiid, and coach told me Embiid does have us worried. He's just so physical out there, but we're going to be physical right back and get in his face when we can, so they'll be trying to challenge the big man all night.
Thank you for that, Allie. And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
A minute 15 left to play in the first. Drummond finds Embiid. George with it from deep. They get it again. Drummond passes to Maxey. Outside Oubre. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to George. And another shot. No good on the layup. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Outside Giddey. They set the pick. Throws it up high.
And that's a well-timed play with Buzelis ready to catch and finish.
Maxey passes to George. Outside Oubre. Embiid is screen on Giddey. Oubre. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Ball surveys the floor. Pass to Giddey. Back to Ball. 2 on the clock. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from Philadelphia, what do you guys think?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
They've got Josh Giddey, who's zealous out there with Zach Collins. Then it's Ball, and it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Maxey. He's scoreless. The 3. And he misses again. Now 0 for 3.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Such a skilled big. 6'10" Nikola Vucevic. He can beat you up in the post, or he can step back and hit a 3-stand.
Yeah, Brian, and he's an excellent passer as well. Throughout his career, Vucevic's teams have been very good offensively, and his versatility is a big reason for that.
Now here's Oubre. Pass to George. Clock at 6. From the high post. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. George has got 11 points.
And that's the versatility of George. He does it from long range, mid-range, and at the rim.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Now here's Giddey from outside the arc. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Back to George. Just 5 to shoot. Screen by Embiid. Sent back.
When it comes to contesting shots, Buzelis is showing us that he's got great timing.
Bulls trail by 5. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, the Sixers' 2 stars make a great pairing. Maxey said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy, good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you. Pass to Embiid. That one falls, coming off a Drummond feed.
Assisted.
And the 76ers lead by 7.
Without missing a beat, Embiid gets the shot up. And that's the work of an assertive offensive player.
And the whistle blows as the basket. Counts. Chance at a three-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. Smith, he's checked in for Collins. And Stan, they always say, for a player, confidence is such a big part of it. How can a coach instill that in a player?
Well, as your coach, I think your job is to create a system that the players believe in and they believe they can have success in. The rest of it has to come from inside of the players. They have to believe in themselves.
This is how you execute in transition. Ball beating everyone to the spot.
Maxey passes to Drummond. And the shot goes.
Andre Drummond.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Trailing by 4. Outside Giddey. Picked by Vucevic. That's good from Giddey on the assist by Ball. Giddey's got 7 points in the game.
As a passer, Ball has great fundamentals. His timing and accuracy are right on the money.
Here's Maxey. Finally gets one to go. That makes him 1 for 5 in this game.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Giddey with a screen on Oubre. Ball with it. Guarded now by Maxey. Ball no good. The Sixers lead by 3. And here's George. 11 points in the game. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Jalen Smith. First personal foul. First team foul.
George outside. Unloads. And it's Chicago with a board. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. Picked by Vucevic. Now Giddey. 7 points in the game. Smith no good.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
The Sixers leading. We've got 33 seconds left in the second period. The Sixers again can't hit.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Ball up and in on the layup. Ball's got 7 points here in the quarter.
And I like the mix of power and agility Ball uses inside. One way or another, he's going to get a shot.
Maxey against Ball. Up top, Maxey on the take, and that one is hammered home.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates. And give credit to Coach there for drawing that up. He positioned his guys for immediate success.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The Sixers, thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shots. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shots.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. Lonnie Walker is out there with Eric Gordon. Then there's Edwards, and it's Bona in at the center position. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Well, Stan, you talk about a late bloomer. Kobe White has shown that he might be just that.
Well, Brian, everything has come together for him. He's improved on defense. He's improved his decision-making. He got that second contract and a bigger role, and he is playing great.
He might have the best hair in the NBA.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
The kick out to Williams. Back to White for the lead. Knocks down the long J. White's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Walker against White. Outside Walker. Edwards a screen on White. Just 5 on the clock. Walker's shot is off.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Terry. Smith outside. Lets the three fly. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Gordon on the wing. Launches a three. Smith with the rebound. Chicago leading. And now around 2 minutes going by in this half. Here's Walker. Yet to see a basket. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
To stop the run. Oh, Williams with the block. And the officials, and in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game,
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Walker against White. And he was fouled and here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
At the line for the Bulls, Kobe White.
People were worried that this would slow the action.
The play is under video review under NBA rules.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
First free throw is good. We'll stand in this league. The opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian. And guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene, and they'll no longer be under the radar guys. Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, second-round pick, bench guy in Dallas for a long time, and then now an all-star.
Just a perfect pass and some pretty slick body control on the finish, too.
Man, that's butter. Walker against White. To win the cold spell. Walker passes to Gordon. Walker sets a screen. It's Walker on the wing. 6 on the shot clock.
2 minutes remaining.
Late clock, the Sixers need to put one up here. White with a steal. In transition. The Sumu can't hit.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
Now Now here's Gordon. No made baskets yet. Drains the triple.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Walker against White.
Philadelphia foul. Edwards. First personal foul. Second team foul.
We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter. Count that one.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Walker. Here's Yabusele. Walker in the post. He's guarded by White. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Terry, defended by Gordon. The shot by Terry, no good. 76ers trail by 6. Robbed! 36 seconds left in the third quarter.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Walker against White. Outside Walker. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he's good on the first of 3. He hits the second from the line. And he makes all 3. Chicago leading by 3. White with it. He's got 5. Pass to Terry. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Chicago shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. 8 seconds left in the third quarter. George scanning the floor. Sinks the tray. George has got 14 points for the game. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. It's the Bulls up by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. They've got Nikola Vucevic. Lonzo Ball is out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Buzelis, and it's Collins in at the 4 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now here's Ball. Collins inside. Embiid's there. Three-pointer, Buzelis nails it from beyond the arc.
And that's a promising shot for Buzelis.
Outside Maxey. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Here's Drummond, out to Oubre. That one's in there. Drummond with the assist. Drummond's got 3 assists now in this one.
Talk about stepping up. I mean, that is a huge three-pointer.
Well, guys who can make big shots at the end of games have become a necessity in this league.
A phenomenal athlete. Ball's teammates love when he knifes inside and finishes with power.
Ball against Maxey. Beyond the arc. Ball with the rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean,
oh, a big slam!
Oh, my gosh. The athleticism.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Ball with it. Oubre picks him up. Ball against Oubre. Jacks up a three. Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
Yeah, super comfortable from deep. Ball has been launching shots from there since he was young.
It's George on the wing. Stolen by Giddey. Ball outside. Fires the three. The offensive rebound. Pass to Buzelis. Giddey with it. Collins outside. 5 to shoot. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Here's Oubre. Now here's Drummond.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Buzelis. The shot by Drummond, no good.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
A big man who can move. Vucevic stumps into a shot.
Here's Maxey. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
And the call will be against Kelly Oubre. That's foul number 2 for him.
Team foul.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Back to Giddey. Let's go with a three. Rebound by Philadelphia. Drummond's got rebound number 7 tonight. George passes to Drummond. Outside Oubre. Back to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tipped. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter here. There's Ball with a three. That shot makes him 7 for 14. He's been good tonight.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Bulls.
And they got a huge boost from their reserves tonight.
Yeah, the point differential between the two benches was a deciding factor in this game.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
Drummond with the bucket. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
And here's Ball. Fires from way outside. So the Bulls win it. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And that'll do it, folks.
Philadelphia's starting lineup. We've got Tyrese Maxey. Andre Drummond is out there with Embiid. Then it's George, and it's Oubre in at the small forward. And for Milwaukee, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard, and it's Prince in at the 3. Greg, we're sure to see a lot of quality basketball here tonight, given the veteran talent on both sides.
Yeah, tremendously high IQs from both teams, so expect a clean game. And some of these players have been through it all in this league.
And what a burst from Damian Lillard that time, just seeing that gap and getting ahead of the defense.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. We talked about the game plan for Joel Embiid. He told me Embiid might be the hardest matchup in the league. We just have to try to make things difficult on him and make him work for every point. Let's see if they're up to it, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Now, here's Maxey. First quarter, just over a minute played. It's good. Maxey's got 5 points so far.
And in that pick and roll action, you have to stop the ball first. Maxey too good with the rock in his hands.
This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team, shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Here's Maxey following the basket by Giannis. Now Maxey. He has 5. Clock at 4. Over Jackson. Maxey, no good.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. To the middle. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Oubre for 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
So big for this offense and crucial that Oubre can continue to knock it down from there.
Giannis sets a screen for Lillard. And he drives in. The kick out to Lopez. Connects from three-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And don't sleep on Maxey's vertical. He's great at using it to hammer those down.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by the 76ers. There's 1:47 left in the first quarter. There's the lob to Jackson. No good that time.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
And talk about effort. Embiid staying with that one.
Giannis a screen on Maxey. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Philadelphia leading by 5. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Now, here's Lillard. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Antetokounmpo with a great read there in the screen and roll. He knew exactly when to back off the pick.
Maxey against Jackson. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Lillard against Maxey. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Hands it from downtown.
Yeah, keep thinking that he can't shoot it from there, and he'll prove you wrong. Lillard lofts one of those high-arching bombs.
Maxey passes to Drummond. Second chance effort. Outside for George. Drummond in the post.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for the Philadelphia 76ers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Back to the action in just a minute. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
Taking 2 shots.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes it is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Here's Lillard. Oubre pulls it in. The 76ers leading by 6. Here's Maxey. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
Three-pointer, Lillard, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Fast break, Philadelphia. Embiid inside, working on Prince. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Maxey.
And looming large on the interior. Embiid, hard to deny.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And that one's good. Drummond.
Drummond, a huge target rolling to the rim.
Maxey against Lillard. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Lillard. Giannis sets a screen for Lillard. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And Lopez throws it down.
Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
Maxey against Jackson. Now, here's Maxey. Tight defense on him. Drummond finds George. Over Prince. Offensive rebound. Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
And Drummond can sit on that weak side block or in front of the rim and just be a tough guy to move out from the lane. He'll get those offensive rebounds.
Lillard from outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got 11 points.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Oubre, a screen on Jackson.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Inside and stolen by Lillard. 1:51 left now here in the second. The kick out to Lopez. Giannis dishes to Prince. Clock at 6. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lillard. Floats it up for Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
I love it when Giannis is in attack mode like that and gets to the rim so quick.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Maxey. Lillard misses.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
George looking around. Rebounded by Jackson. Bucks trail by 7. Pass to Giannis. There's Giannis with the slam.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Oubre, a screen on Jackson. Maxey passes to Embiid. Back to Maxey. To the inside. Antetokounmpo with the steal. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading it. Giannis showing creativity.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Another miss by Philadelphia. And they're on the break. And it's sent back by Drummond. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. 76ers lead by. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if you were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Edwards is out there with Yabusele. Then it's Walker. And there's Gordon. And it's Bona in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Left side, Portis. Green finds Portis. Green with a screen for Portis. They kick it out to Green for the lead. It's hauled in by the 76ers. They've led by as much as 10. Edwards looking it over. Pass to Yabusele. Back to Edwards. Shoots the 3. Sims with the rebound. The Bucks trail. And for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. They missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar, and these guys have been contenders ever since.
Walker. The shot, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Porter against Edwards. Now here's Porter for the lead. And finished off by Porter.
Serious hops from Porter on that one, slamming it down with authority.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree. They do, David. Thank you very much. Here's Gordon. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Terrific play by Eric Gordon to force the issue there and get the defense to overcommit.
Brent, the veteran guard, Eric Gordon, is one of the most reliable players in the NBA.
Yeah, what a consistent career, Kevin, that Eric Gordon has had. As a scorer in his rookie year, averaged 16 a game. It's kind of where you just see him on a nightly basis producing. Shoot the three, doesn't drive as much as he used to, but this guy has been tested and he's been trusted by coaches and continues to produce.
And there's the call on Kevin Porter.
Second team foul.
That is his first foul of the game. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes.
And here's Edwards from the arc. It's good from long range. And the 76ers lead by 3.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Knocked loose. And they're pushing it up. The finish. It's down. The breakaway slam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Gordon against Trent. Portis sets the pick for Trent. And that one is hammered home.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Walker with it. Picked up by Portis. Here's Yabusele. He has yet to score. On the clock. Over Porter. Here's Bona. And Walker gets to Yabusele. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And here's Trent outside. Trains the three-pointer. Trent's got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. 29 seconds left in the third. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Yep, that one goes.
And Portis not afraid from the mid-range. That's where he can do some work.
Walker the pass to Edwards. Walker is screen on Porter. And here's Edwards from the arc. Back to Walker. He gets it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the three spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Jackson has the open look. And another three for Milwaukee.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. It's George on the wing, guarded by Prince. Embiid, the pass to Oubre. Embiid sets the pick for Oubre. Shot clock at 5. From deep. Embiid kicks to Drummond. George against Lillard. Lets it go from deep. And Paul George with the 3.
And George, a volume three-point shooter, he possesses outstanding confidence and leans into that perimeter game.
Maxey against Lillard. It's good.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Oubre, a screen on Jackson. And that one's good. Maxey.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
Lillard against Maxey. Here's Antetokounmpo. Kicks it out to Prince. Outside Jackson. There's the 3. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Pass to Drummond. And here's Oubre. Defended by Prince. Outside, Maxey. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Over Lillard. Maxey, no good.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure don't want him taking that kind of shot.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That is his first foul of the game. Giannis sets a screen for Lillard. To the paint. Antetokounmpo passes to Lillard. Shot from 16. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
Maxey against Jackson. Odd pass to Oubre.
Oubre, big time stepping up, poised in that moment.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Maxey against Lillard. 1:37 left in the fourth. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Embiid with the screen on Prince. In the corner, Drummond with it. Lopez with the steal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him. Philadelphia's gone 1 or 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Now it's a 3-point 76ers lead. Lillard surveying the D. Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Embiid, fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And there is no back down in Joel Embiid. He is ready to rise to the occasion in the big moments. Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
Got us a screen on Maxey. Here's Lillard to end the run. Count it!
His team is in a tight spot, but Lillard keeps his cool, totally focused on getting them what they need.
George against Prince. And George, here we go. And it's Paul George with the finish.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Embiid at the line for 2.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So the 76ers win it. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and
To you folks. And now the opening lineup for Chicago. We've got Patrick Williams. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Zach Collins. Then it's Lonzo Ball, and it's Giddey in at the 2. And for Milwaukee, inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard, and it's Prince in at the 3 slot. And Clark, for these two teams, a lot of their action runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, B.A., and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively, too.
Williams from long range. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. Drives to the hoop. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
And how about the power of Antetokounmpo? Dynamite whenever he takes it to the rim.
Here's Vucevic. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Takes the 3. Doesn't go for him.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute, and one of their main defensive focuses, Nikola Vucevic. Coach telling me that Vuce has the big body, plus he can really shoot it, but they really emphasized boxing him out. Nikola is great at converting misses into second chance points. Boxing out. It's back to the basics, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Greg.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And that just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
And here's Milwaukee now. Chicago making their last shot. Lillard outside. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
So effective in the catch and shoot is Lillard. You give him an inch, and he's taking much more than that.
Ball finds Williams. Driving inside. And Williams punches it home.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Lillard deciding where to go with it. Good work there as it goes. Lillard's got 5 points.
I like when Lillard gets a little tricky with it. Outstanding at measuring the floater and dropping it in.
Giddey with a screen on Jackson. Ball passes to Williams. Going inside. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Williams has got his second basket of the night.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him. Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And the technical free throw is good. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Just 4 to shoot. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
And Ball gets it to go.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Milwaukee leading by 5. Here's Lillard. It's not going to go for him. Ooh, excellent D there from Ball. Giddey into the lane. Pass to Collins. The kick out to Ball. He takes it in. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
And I tell you what, Ball has excellent speed. He's got good size, and his savvy shows up right there because he's cutting right into the heart of the defense at just the right time.
Now here's Lillard. He has 6. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Lillard can't get it to go. Bulls trail by 3. Here's Giddey. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
A pass-first point guard, Lonzo Ball, is very consistent at looking to get his teammates involved.
Jackson, the screen. Pass to Prince. Antetokounmpo outside. And it's Chicago with a board. and they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
He buries it from 3.
Paul's such a terrific passer. He seems to have a sixth sense, nice feel, which is hard to teach.
Now here's Jackson. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Count it. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Here's ball. Rejected by Lopez.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that play.
Jackson gets the bucket.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Here's Giddey. Banked it in off the glass. Giddey's got his second basket of the game.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And at the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. Milwaukee out in front. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in at the 3. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Collins with the rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Williams passes to Ball.
Bucks foul. Torian Prince. First personal foul. First team foul.
And here are the Bulls now. They trail by 1. Collins with a screen on Jackson. 6 to shoot. Ball passes to Giddey. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league. That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
It's hard to forget how much he struggled from the line during their last matchup.
Well, you know, whenever he got to the line, he just couldn't find the target. But nights like that do happen, even to the best of them. And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low. Teams weren't afraid to put him on the line, where points were hard to come by for him.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
Jackson with a screen on Collins, and it's Antetokounmpo off the drive. Can't get it to fall.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock him down from the line.
A clear look for Antetokounmpo, and again, it's the Bucks missing. Chicago leading. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Inside. Giannis with the jam.
Giannis has tremendous physical attributes, but his confidence is something that separates him from most.
Outside Giddey. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Ball passes to Giddey. Vucevic, a screen on Lillard. Here's Giddey. Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Lopez. Well, Clark, Lillard's scoring isn't what it once was, but he's still a major threat from outside.
He sure is. I tell you what, he's got such great range and such command of the ball and his body. he wants more times than not. And he's actually gotten better, I think, when he's working off the ball. You still have to be very much aware of where Damian Lillard is when he's on the court.
Ball passes to Giddey. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 6 assists here tonight.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 13 points in the game. Chicago with a rebound. Collins has got 4 rebounds in the game. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards. And you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level. Chicago making a switch here. Smith's checked in. Lillard against Ball. Antetokounmpo can't connect. Lillard against Giddey. Vucevic's shot is off.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Lillard finds Antetokounmpo. Out to Lillard. Back to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Prince. From the arc. And again, it's the Bucks missing. Bulls leading by 3. Here's Ball. Finished off the break. Ball's got 8.
Nice quickness displayed there by Ball. Lethal in the open floor. Actually, that's his best game. Open court basketball. Tough matchup for the D.
They get it back. Antetokounmpo. Oh, he gets it to go. 7 of 13 now.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Out to Lillard. Lopez, the screen on Giddey. For 3, here's Lillard. Nails it from 3. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, Lopez hunkered down and anchored in on that pick.
It's intercepted. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for Milwaukee. He had solid production this quarter with scoring and rebounding. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
32.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he was a beast on the offensive glass in that first half. How can they slow him down?
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they got to do a better job boxing out.
Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. Kobe White out there with Ayo Dosunmu. Then there's Jalen Smith. Then it's Buzelis. And it's Terry in at the small forward position. Now here's Portis. They set a pick. Porter from outside. Knocks it down from distance. Porter's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
There's the double team with Porter. For 3, Smith. It's hauled in by Portis. The Bucks leading by 3. And Clark, Bobby Portis has really become a fan favorite around the league.
He sure has. He's one of my favorites. I mean, everybody loves Bobby Buckets, and I think it's because he's got a blue-collar style and mentality. He's not a guy that was super highly touted coming into the league. And he brings great energy, passion, and tenacity, and he produces. Fantastic job moving the ball there by Porter Jr., understanding exactly what was available when his teammates were open.
White with it. Now Porter defending. Here's Terry. No points so far. Smith passes to Terry. Smith outside. He buries it from 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Trent. Here's Sims. Trent on the wing. Portis outside. Puts up a three. Trent's shot is off. The Bulls trail by 3. There's the double team with Porter. White can't hit. The Bucks have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Trent with it. Now guarded by White. They set the screen. Portis outside to the paint. Trent outside. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. It's good.
Hey, when your big can pass it like Portis did there, the defense has to just tip their hat on that one.
Up top, White. He's guarded by Porter. Here's Terry. The kick out to White. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Clark, this Bucks roster is loaded with veteran talent, but their window for another run won't last long.
No, those windows don't last forever, especially with so many young teams around the league on the ascent. The Bucks may want to take a page from them and give some of their younger players a chance to grow and contribute.
Now here's Trent. He's got 5. Out to Portis. Takes a 3. Pure from 3-point range. Portis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. White looking it over. There's the screen. Pass to Terry. Green against White. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Here's Trent. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Smart pass by Portis, showing the ability to make good decisions with the ball.
White against Green. Here's Terry. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. The Bucks leading by 8. The floater. Smith with the rebound. The Bulls have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime.
They're putting it on the deck. Wow. Buzelis is just dangerous on the move.
Trent from long range knocks down the long J. Trent's got 10 points here in the second half.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Now here's White. Launches it. Knocks down the triple. White's got 5 points.
His 3-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Portis a screen. Now here's Trent. Defense is right there. And he drives in. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. DeSumo on the wing. Down low. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Porter.
He had the right idea. Just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
7 seconds left to play in the third. Back to White. He knocks it down.
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play. They're trying to see if he released the ball before the buzzer or not.
And there's really
shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some points. Milwaukee out in front, up by 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
When you look at the long strides and athleticism of Antetokounmpo, he gets coming at that goal. It's hard to stop him.
Outside Giddey. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Prince. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Williams. Back to Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Collins. Here's Giddey driving in. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, those hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Ball with it. Jackson in his pocket. Giddey. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Ball. 5 on the clock. The teardrop. Oh, Lillard with a masterful touch on the floater.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain. That aggressive approach, guys.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Ball with it. He's picked up by Lillard. Ball passes to Giddey. Back to Ball. Pass to Vucevic. Lopez with the steal. To the paint. Here's Prince. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
There you have it. Prince stepping up big time. This guy played all 4 years in college, and you see evidence of that confidence and maturity there.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Williams. Pass to Lopez. Lillard with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the teardrop and score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
Watch out now. Lillard is smoking and looking to score every time he touches it.
Ball passes to Giddey. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Oh, stolen by Lillard. To the wing on the left. Antetokounmpo outside. Out to Lillard. Shot clock at 5. Goes up at the stripe. Collins with the rebound.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
From deep, Giddey. Can't get it to drop. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. Lillard outside. And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him. Milwaukee making a switch here. Portis has checked in. Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. Uzelis comes in for Williams. Jackson surveying the D. Pass to Prince. Puts up a deep 3. The Bucks rebound. And they'll get another chance. Portis outside. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ball against Lillard. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so it's Milwaukee with the W. Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce,
And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. We've got Ball. Buzelis out there with Zach Collins. And it's Vucevic. And it's Giddey in at the shooting guard position. Here's Maxey. Collins grabs the miss.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Left side, Ball. To the inside. And Giddey gets it to go.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Maxey against Ball. And slam dunk by Maxey.
What you love about Max is he plays with so much energy, it's hard to keep up with.
Giddey with the screen on Oubre. To the middle. Oubre with the steal. Here's the break. Stolen by Ball. Here's Buzelis. Defended by George. Collins. Off with the layup. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. Dealing with Lonzo Ball's playmaking was at the front of his mind. He told me Lonzo's a tremendous decision maker, so we've got to be quick to close off the passing lanes. We can't let him create easy baskets. The goal is to keep Ball's impact as a playmaker down to a minimum. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. Spins. Ball kicks to Giddey. Back to Ball. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Oubre. And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
This is the smart play by Ball, staying committed even while getting fouled.
It's his first trip to the line. Ball hits them both. Maxey with it. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Embiid with the screen on Ball. And that one's good. Maxey.
The pure shooting stroke of Maxey, gifted at draining it from outside the arc.
Giddey with the screen on Oubre. The drive by Ball. And Ball slams it in.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Shot clock at 2, and George gets it to go.
And got to be confident in that mid-range, and Paul George certainly is.
Ball against Oubre. Here's Giddey. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
Ball with it. He's picked up by Drummond. Ball kicks to Vucevic. Oh, good with the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Here's Embiid. Outside, George. Shot clock at 6. Maxey. It's rebounded by Giddey. Bulls trail by 4. Oubre with the steal. 40 seconds left in the first. And Drummond kicks to Oubre. And Drummond throws it down.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Pass to Giddey. Here's Collins. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Embiid. Bulls shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard. And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Ball against Maxey. As to Drummond, just 4 to shoot. Embiid from outside. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. 76ers ahead. They're up. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. They've got Zach Collins. Lonzo Ball out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Buzelis, and it's Vucevic in at the 5, home in the paint. Embiid sets the pick for George. A 3-ball. Ball with the rebound. Bulls trail by 4. Down low. Here's Giddey. And that one is stuffed right through.
Really nice job there by Buzelis. Already sees the floor at a high level.
And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works for the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways. I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and stolen by Giddey. Embiid with the steal. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Maxey. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Now that's confidence right there. This is when you know Maxey is feeling it.
Giddey with the screen on Oubre. Ball kicks to Giddey. Pass to Collins. Ball against Maxey. Ball with the bucket.
Lonzo Ball.
The 76ers leading by 3. Maxey looking it over. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. Giddey sets the pick for Ball. Pass to Giddey. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Inside. Out to the wing. Paul George with the steal.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Oubre dishes to Embiid. Wow, Embiid from long range.
putting his impressive accuracy to work, and Embiid surprises the defense by taking a deep three.
Ball, the pass to Giddey. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The 76ers leading by 8. And George, here we go. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Pass to Embiid from the arc. And it's Chicago with the rebound. 1:12 left to play here in the half. Collins kicks the ball. Takes a three. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Oubre against Giddey. And finished off by Oubre.
A powerful finisher. Oubre Jr. You deserve to get dumped on when you let him get inside.
Good work there as it goes. Ball's got 4 this quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Ball against Maxey. Embiid with a screen on Ball. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey. Maxey's got the lead up to 9 now for Philadelphia. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Vucevic setting the pick for Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Giddey. Oubre pulls it in.
Seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for Philadelphia. And thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
They've got Edwards. Gordon is out there with Lonnie Walker. And it's Yabusele in at the 4 slot. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Philadelphia leading by 9 to the middle. And down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
And the basket is good.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, but he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Out to the right wing. Edwards against Terry. Here's Bono. And the rejection by Smith. Stolen by Gordon. Walker taking his time here. Outside Gordon. Pass to Yabusele. Shoots the 3. They grab their own miss. Doesn't go that time. Bulls trail by 9. Here's Dosunmu. Walker with the rebound. Philadelphia has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
From deep, Walker. It's hauled in by the Bulls. White the pass to Williams. Back to White. Now here's Dosunmu. Outside White. And a miss there on the triple. The 76ers leading by 8. Richard, the steady improvement of Kobe White certainly has been fun to watch.
It certainly has, Kevin. He's starting to put it all together now, and it can take multiple years. We all knew he could score, but now his passing and his rebounding have also improved.
Yabusele, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more...
Taking 2 shots. The play is under video review.
It's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Philadelphia leading by 8. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Walker against White. Here's Yabusele. Nails the baby hook.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. He downed that one from long distance. Walker's got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers. Williams for 3. The rebound by Yabusele. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Gordon kicks to Yabusele. It's Edwards on the wing. White covering. 5 to shoot. Edwards passes to Walker. Here's Pony. That shot off. Smith with the defensive effort. Williams for 3. Good on the three-point shot.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Walker against White. They set the pick. Now, here's Walker. He's covered closely. From deep. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one. That one goes in. Terry's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Bulls. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. 5 on the clock. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. And so it's Philadelphia holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. So for Chicago right now, Collins is out there with Vucevic. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Bruce Ellis in at the 3, the small forward. And Ball puts up a deep 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Now Maxey. Drummond with a screen on Ball. Stolen by Ball. And now Ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
A fantastic two-way threat. Once Ball grabs the steal, he's looking to take it all the way.
Outside, Maxey. The shot's good on the assist by George. Maxey's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Maxey against Ball. And Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Four on the shot clock. In the corner, Drummond with it. Baseline J on the way.
He's a mix of long arms and strength. Vooch is able to disrupt just about any play.
Giddey sets the pick for Ball. From the arc. Out left to the wing. Bulls moving the ball around. Vucevic a screen on Maxey. Giddey goes up with it again. That one drops for him.
Getting physical on the glass and getting a bucket, that's what Vooch does.
Outside, George. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Bulls trail by 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Giddey against Maxey. Giddey the pass the ball. Back to Giddey.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
They took what the defense gave them tonight, and that was the mid-range. I mean, very consistent from that part of the floor.
Outside, George. Six on the shot clock for 3. Oh, they get it back. And that one's good. Drummond.
You can tell how comfortable Drummond is down there. Excels at using that size and close to the basket.
Oubre against Ball. Now here's Giddey. And again, Chicago. No good. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Oubre. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Personal foul. First team foul.
1:27 left here in the fourth quarter. And they double up Maxey. 6 to shoot. And Drummond kicks to Oubre. From 18 feet away. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Oubre. And it's an 8-point 76ers lead. Ball from long range. Rebound by Joel Embiid. And Embiid has got the ball here for the 76ers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 9. And George drops them both. 55 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pick by Vucevic. Ball with a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
3.
There's 47 seconds left in the game. Maxey against Ball. Maxey passes to George. Now, here's Maxey. He's covered by Ball. And that one's good. Maxey.
What an adjustment by Maxey. That will be available.
Another three for Chicago.
Incredible. The rookie Buzelis coming through at the biggest moment of the game. This kid is special.
Ball against Maxey. Giannis 5 to shoot. Collins comes over with the double team. So the 76ers win it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure. Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge.
Now let's take a look at the Bucks opening lineup. Inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in at the 3 spot. And for Philadelphia, we've got Kelly Oubre. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's George, and it's Maxey in at the point. Well, Grant, what should we expect in a veteran-heavy matchup like this?
You know, B.A., it typically means we'll get a clean game. These guys have been around for a while and know how to take care of the basketball.
Just 5 on the clock.
Andre
It's good.
Jackson, assisted by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Maxey with it. Releases. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Ooh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Maxey passes to Embiid. George scanning the floor. Just 5 to shoot. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Brent, we've never seen a player like Giannis. How do you stop him, or how do you at least slow him down?
Well, B.A., there's a reason why I'm over here in a suit and the coaches are over there in their suits. That's their job. And Giannis is just one of those guys you hope is having an off night. Force him into as many jump shots as you possibly can, but inside, Giannis is going to get there, and he's going to devastate you.
Only 6'2", but Maxey has some spring in his step.
Here's Lillard. He's got 5. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Oh, stolen by Embiid. Embiid, a screen on Lillard. Maxey passes to Embiid. 3-pointer, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And Lillard, here we go. Pass to Jackson. Back to Antetokounmpo. Second chance shot. Clock at 4. Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Yes! Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And Giannis throwing his body in there and gets rewarded.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. We discussed the elephant in the room, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach said we'll look to build the wall as best we can, but Giannis gets better at beating it every year. All I'm really asking from my guys is their best effort against him. These are reasonable expectations from a coach for his squad.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Now here's Lillard to the inside. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Lillard. On the take. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
Well, the defense sinking and filling the lane, but Lillard stops short and floats one over the top.
To the middle. Embiid passes to George. And the layup is good.
See how comfortable and patient Paul George is inside. Feels like nobody's going to get to that shot.
And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Maxey against Jackson. Maxey on the wing. Embiid, a screen on Prince. For 3, Maxey. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Milwaukee leading by 4. Driving to the basket. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
And, Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
As a big, once you get positioned inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Lopez. Back to Lillard. Out left to the wing. Maxey against Lopez. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Too much. Defense unable to slow Lopez down.
Here's Drummond. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Lillard with 2 seconds left. And the dunk by Lillard.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Here's Jackson. Just a big-time effort for Damian Lillard, providing a lot of energy from... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Maxey. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's George in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist. Maxey's got 6 here in the quarter.
And Maxey is especially dangerous in these situations. When he has room to run, good luck stopping him. Wow! I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Damian Lillard last season becoming the 51st NBA player ever to cross the 20,000-point threshold and the 17th fastest to ever do it. He said it's a great accomplishment and a rare space to be in. I'm like, man, I might be able to get 27 or 28,000 if I can stay healthy. Ryan, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, Allie.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
76ers trail by 4. Maxey passes to George. Oubre, a screen on Prince. George with it. Prince is there.
And Giannis erasing that shot with his length. Shooters have to be with it. Oh, my goodness.
Big finish right there.
Awesome.
Pass to George. Oubre, a screen on Prince. George for 3. He drops it from range. George has got 7.
George, a volume three-point shooter. He possesses outstanding confidence and leans into that perimeter game.
Lillard looking around. Lopez with it. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Antetokounmpo inside. Embiid covers. And again, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And there have been a few teams lately who have been stockpiling draft picks, Brent. What do you think of that approach?
Well, B.A., if you look at the success of the draft, you're kind of 50-50 on whether or not you're going to get the talent that is required to win a championship. So getting multiple bites at the apple is a great strategy for teams to try to build the foundation of a championship caliber team.
It's rebounded by George.
Oh, can't punish the defense.
Oh, Embiid, the finish.
Woo, that was big time. A dunk contest finish from Embiid. This guy can fly.
just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now here's George. He's got 9. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
And you know, Damian Lillard, a lot of his points come from the line, Brent.
Well, he does a great job of getting himself there. I think defenders are so in tune with Lillard's ability to drill you from the three-point line. He gets around the initial guy and then into the teeth of the defense where he's very strong at attacking the rim.
Yep, that one's good. Maxey's got 8 points in the quarter.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Lillard against Maxey. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Lillard inside. Giannis throws it down.
Antetokounmpo with a great read there in the screen and roll. He knew exactly when to back off the pick.
Prince against George. Pass to Oubre. Here's the pick. Over Lillard. Again, the Sixers score.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Lillard. 11 points in the game. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. Lillard's got 13.
There is this old school feel about Dame's game. Even though he utilizes the three, he'll get to the mid-range and bury those.
Outside Maxey. Out to the right wing. Embiid finds Drummond. Back to Embiid. Over Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for the Bucks. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Taking a look at the Bucks. Green out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Gary Trent. Then there's Kevin Porter. And it's Sims in at the center position, locking down the middle.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. It's just very solid offense.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Trent, the pass to Portis. Back to Trent. High arcing shot, and he gets the bucket. Trent's got his second bucket of the night.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Walker against Porter. Here's Yabusele. Count the basket.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
And so Trent will bring it up for Milwaukee. It's a three-point game. Portis with a screen on Gordon. Here's Trent. Outside for Porter. And there's a pick. Here's the three. Hits the trifecta. Porter's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, incredible range. Porter Jr. can cash you in from distance. He certainly did there.
Walker attacking. A rebound by Sims. Milwaukee leading by 6. Trent outside. Portis a screen. The three. They grab their own miss. Green, the pass to Trent. Portis with a screen on Gordon. Here's Trent. Portis right side. Another shot. No good at the rim. Philadelphia's gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity in a three-point play. Philadelphia shooting their first free throw of the night. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Trent. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Gordon.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the point.
Well, Brent, he doesn't give you much inside the arc, but Trent Jr. is a sniper from deep.
Yeah, and Gary Trent Jr. knows exactly why he's on the floor, and that's to shoot the basketball. So continue to move, find open areas, wait for the ball, and then let it rip.
Walker. The rebound by the Bucks. Now Trent, 6 points for him. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
Gary Trent Jr. 2 shots. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to review the
Still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry. Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Out to Portis. Trent against Gordon. Back to Portis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Portis has gotten his first points in this one.
Getting inside and letting Portis do his work. He attacked the bucket that time.
It's Walker on the wing. He's guarded by Porter. Edwards a screen on Portis. Back to Edwards. The clock at 6. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Portis. The Bucks leading by 5. Pass to Trent. Portis a screen. Trent left side. Portis with a screen on Gordon. Out to Portis. From deep. The shot off that time. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 8 in the third. Out of bounds. It'll be Bucks ball.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
Milwaukee is gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Trent for 3. Sinks the tray. And now an 8-point Bucks lead.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Gordon with it. Portis picks him up. Here's Yabusele. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Trent against Gordon. Trent, the pass to Portis. There's the drive. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter.
And so it's Milwaukee, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. All right, let's take a look at our assist to the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. George out there with Maxey. Then it's Andre Drummond. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's George. And he drops it in from the low post.
Yeah, just not going to get too cute with it here. Get the ball to PG and let PG cook.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Maxey. Got a piece of it. And he's all alone. Jumps up. And the finish on the break with the slam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Maxey. Lets it go from 14. Offensive rebound, Bucks. Jackson, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Lillard against Maxey. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Maxey. 3 on the clock. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid with it. Guarded by Antetokounmpo. Here's Maxey. Three-pointer Embiid. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And he can intimidate. He comes from the elbows. He attacks the offensive glass. And he gives you second possession.
Lillard passes to Lopez. Back to Lillard. To the inside. And Giannis with the dunk.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Maxey against Jackson. And it's Maxey missing. The Bucks leading by 6. And they go to the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Second team foul.
Jackson on the wing. George defending. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Not much a defender can do against Giannis there.
Maxey surveys. And that one is stuffed right through.
Now, that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Lillard against Maxey. The floater. Oh, great work by Lillard in the paint.
Smart and aggressive. Lillard repeatedly dominating the pick and roll set.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Jackson against Maxey. The rebound by Jackson.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
It's stolen by Oubre. Fast break, Philadelphia. George passes to Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
Now that's what happens if you don't do your work early. Andre Drummond's going to hurt you like that.
Lillard against Maxey. Here's Antetokounmpo. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
Milwaukee foul. Jackson. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Fourth quarter of play and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Oubre, a screen on Prince. George for 3.
The key there is Torian Prince staying with his man, the versatility to guard positions, because he can guard a multitude of them.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
His competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Philadelphia's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Drummond. From deep three-point land. George, no good.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Rebounded by Lopez. Oh, George with a steal. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And connects from downtown.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
And here's Lillard. There's 10 seconds left to play in the fourth. 5 on the clock. Lets a floater go. And Embiid with the block. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
And a 3 would tie it up. If they have to make one extra pass to get a better shot, they probably have just enough time to do that.
So it's a narrow victory for the Bucks, pulling it out for the W. And this, thanks, Alec, great interview once again.
Make sure you get
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.